Yo, slow budget. Once again. Yeah.
Good morning, everybody. Today's date is March 7th, 2023, and it is a Tuesday. And today marks my 40th episode. I wish I had sound effects. I do the whole, parties going off and la la la, alarm ringing. But it is my 40th episode. I'm proud. I haven't gave up, and people seem to like it. I talked to a few more people yesterday. They said I crack them up. That makes me feel good. Hey, like I said, if I make a few people happy, and I'm good with that. A lot of people still ask me about my push-up challenge. Yes, I still am going strong. Today was day 66 of my push-up challenge. I fell behind this weekend because, it was just so busy that, man, when you fall behind now and I got to make it up, that's, I missed it for 4 days. So that's at least 250 right there. So I'm a couple hundred push-ups behind. Yesterday I did 110 to start, to keep making up. So I'll just be doing push-ups all day. But once I catch up, it'll be 2,211 push-ups I've done this year. So it's March 7th is day 66 of my push-up challenge. I wonder if anybody out there still doing them, or hey, at least, as long as you're exercising, doing something, that's all I want. Everyone be healthier in 2023 going forward, because like I said, we're losing a lot of people out there, whether it be health, illness, accidents, just it's we're losing a lot of people out there. So I hope your health's getting right. I hope your money's getting right. Segue into that. Another side hustle I was looking at, and this one has to be one of the easiest side hustles to make extra money. Out here, probably not as much because there's already competition, but being a DJ. Man, it's not like it used to be. When back in the days, if you were a DJ, shout outs to DJ Smooth, J Smooth, DJ Jazz, DJ Bleak, my DJ Derek. Another good DJ was DJ Rick from the Clan. Man, that dude used to have the hood rocking back in the days. I mean, these were real DJs. They carried crates of albums. They put them records on, and they were scratching and mixing. Nowadays, you don't need none of that. I mean, honestly, I don't even know why they're called DJs anymore. The word DJ is disc jockey. You played a disc, the record. Nowadays, it should be like, oh, music player. This should be MPs. Hey, you're gonna hire an MP for your party? MP, yeah, music player. Someone to play music. Oh yeah, I got two MPs lined up. That I'm trying to debate on. So they should change the name from DJs to MPs, because nowadays no one has records anymore. You can honestly, I was looking up, doing a little research for this. Bit, and you could get a starter DJ kit for under $300. And honestly, you don't even need that. If you got a receiver with an old receiver with some speakers and a laptop, you're a DJ. That's all you need nowadays. And then we could go even simpler than that. I've seen personally someone do a party from their phone, just playing music off their playlist. Hey, can you play this? And they just look it up on their phone and play it. So you don't need, a receiver, speakers, and your phone, and you're a DJ nowadays. And man, someone was just telling me they were in California for a wedding, and the person paid almost $400 an hour for a DJ. Out here, it's probably what? I don't know. I don't know what a DJ charges, but it's got to be somewhere between $100 and $200 an hour, maybe $300-400 for the day. But yeah, it's one of the easiest side gigs you could do nowadays. And I'm not knocking, like I said, I'm not knocking no man's hustle. But it's just, all I'm comparing is the DJs from back then to DJs now. Like I said, you can have a phone, a receiver, some speakers, and you're now a DJ playing music at a party. And that's all you're doing. You're playing music. Nowadays, you have your laptop. You can have endless songs, 50,000 songs, and people just search it up. Oh, do you have this song? Bloop. Yep, I do. And then as long as you have the main 10 songs that people like the Cupid Shuffle, all those dance line songs, the Hustle. I don't know if play people, but I know Electric Slide is still popular. They have those country line dances, so any of the cha-cha slide, you play those at a party, and you got the party rocking. Have your top country, your top dance, your top pop, your top whatever, and yeah, you're making money as a DJ. So and I know friends that are DJs nowadays, like, it's not that simple playing music. Yes, it is. And in the long run, at the end, you're playing music. You think anybody's gonna really care? Oh, you didn't transition one song into the other that good? And they have nowadays artificial scratching on the little DJ turntable they have, and you can actually like you move it, he's like chip chip, and you're scratching now. Back then you had to find a certain spot, you had to have the record, 2 records playing, and you were actually with a mixer. And nowadays you don't even need all that. You can just turn a button, chip 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 chip. I mean, you're scratching, and I see people actually out there looking like, man, like they're really doing something, like they're really scratching a record. And yeah, so I mean, that's just bringing up another side hustle that make that money in the 2023. Again, I talk to people all over. This San Manuel community crime oracle page we have is the funniest thing to me. I love it. I love it. If you sometimes the admins of that page try to keep the drama free. If it starts getting out of hand, they delete the post. But it's fun. If you catch the right drama, things are always happening on there, and people want to know the name because it's a small town. You post a name, everyone's gonna know who it is. But this little the new restaurant in town, Fat Flavors, it's just funny because people will go on there and post, just had lunch, like they feel like they have to post, oh, went to eat lunch there, it was good food, the same generic stuff that everyone else has been talking about. And yes, again, the food is good there, but you know what I noticed no one ever puts? They never put how much they paid, because I'm pretty sure they're being embarrassed. Because they're all like, oh, me and my wife went and ate there. It was good food. But I bet you're not going to put it cost them $65 for 2 people to eat, or $75. I mean, there's a lot of stuff going on out here. Post. I heard they overcharged someone $100 on a tip, and they made it right. But the guy was like, I don't even have to give this back, something to that effect. But like I said, word gets around to me from different sources, and people are always talking to me about, how much they're paying. So like I said, people want me to keep on talking about them. It's just what it is. And I was going to put on that San Manuel page, imagine if every single person puts where we eat for lunch every day, or what store we're going to buy, how dumb that page would look. But people still feel they have to go put that, oh, I ate there, it's good. Yes, we know it is. I don't know why people still have to put that they're going there to eat. So that to me, I just thought that was pretty funny. A couple of days in history today that I noticed that were pretty good. In 1876, Alexander Graham Bell did the phone patent today. And in 1929, the first nonstop flight from U.S. to Asia occurred. Now, to think about, man, that's got to be scary back then. If you're the pilot on that, you just know, like, man, this could be a suicide mission. You're trying to fly from the U.S. to Asia for the first time. Them planes weren't as good as, as they are now, obviously, with the technology. But, you got to have balls to do that shit. The Wright brothers jumping off a fucking mountain, flying, or however they did it. I don't know if it was like a big mountain, but you had to get air to get that plane up. These pioneers back then where they were discovering stuff. That's you got to have balls. And shout out, I didn't get the person's name, but shout out to that person who did that first flight back in 1929, because that's ballsy. You just think that's a suicide mission. Man, I'm not gonna make it, but it's for the record books, it's for history. So give a quick shout out on that. Let's see, couple more songs that are on my top 50 list. A lot of people were messing with it. They like when I do this. So some of my all-time favorite songs. So look, I'm just going to talk about the Bee Gees in general. Man, it's one of the greatest greatest bands ever. British, just the Bee Gees. Man, what can you say about them? They're like one of the top groups of all time. Sally, I think there's like 3 or 4 groups that sold more than them. But there's a couple songs on my playlist, More Than a Woman and How Deep Is Your Love. 2 great songs. If you never heard them, I don't know where you've been, but Google them, More Than a Woman and How Deep Is Your Love. But there could easily be 4 or 5 more. Just the Bee Gees are just a great group. They've been around since 58. I was looking, in 60s, 70s. They were the king of disco, Saturday Night Fever, the Grease soundtrack. I mean, I could go on and on about the Bee Gees. The craziest voices. I don't know if it's falsetto or just Barry Gibb and his brothers. They just had the craziest voices. But yeah, and then they had their little brother Andy Gibb, who had a good song back in the day, and he ended up passing away way back then, 80s or whatever. But yeah, so Bee Gees are on my top group list, and I just love their music. Let's see. With that being said, not a lot to go over today. I'll probably put on Snapchat today for midweek questions. Ask me some questions anonymously. I'll answer them. My kids wanted me to. We were talking about this over the weekend. We wanted to start Baby Mama Drama Tuesday, Deadbeat Dad Tuesday, however you want to call it. But if you got a story, I'll keep it anonymous, keep your name out of there. Send it to me through text, through if you have my phone number, if you have my Facebook, Earl Andrade, look me up, Snapchat. It will be anonymous. But if you have a good story, I'll read it, discuss it. You want to vent about it, just you know what I mean? You ain't gonna believe what my baby mama did, or my deadbeat dad did, or my baby daddy did. But something just a kick in the air, just trying to keep the show fresh, new ideas. So if you have a story, hit me up. You want to come in the store and talk about it? Like I said, I'll keep your name out of it. But with that, you guys have a great Tuesday, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.
Burn one. Yo. Low budget. Once again.